This is a video that I debated whether or not to make. Ever since the new Exorcist film synopsis was released last year, along with Linda Blair's tweet to her fans regarding her participation in this BlumHouse project, I've tried to come up with a logical explanation for the return of Ellen Burstyn and the absence of Linda Blair, this being in a direct sequel to the original film set 50 years later. Then it hit me. Did Regan MacNeil die? Now, it's possible that Linda Blair could reprise her role later in the trilogy. After all, her tweet was well over a year ago. It begins with "as of now," which implies to me that talks could still occur on her return. It's also possible that the Ann Dowd rumor was true. She may be portraying Regan MacNeil, and I'm hoping that is not the case. I'm also hoping that David Gordon Green doesn't embrace the happenings from The Heretic, as he had stated that he liked all the Exorcist movies and thought they could all fall into the acceptable mythology for what he was doing. No, please no. Regan disappearing into the night with Father Richard Burton does not explain her unknown whereabouts to me. And please don't have Chris MacNeil write a book like her TV counterpart did. That was so out of character for Chris, in my opinion. So trying to rationalize the Linda Blair situation brought me back to Blatty's novel, and what inspired it, the 1949 case of Roland Doe. I ended up asking myself, what if, and he probably didn't do this, but what if David Gordon Green and his writing staff continued to model Regan's situation around Roland Doe, having her connection to a decades-old Georgetown incident somehow hidden and then being identified after her passing, like her real-world counterpart, the purported Ronald Edwin Hunkler. Personally, I like this concept. It could easily reflect how I imagined Regan's life would be like years after her exorcism. Something similar to Shirley Mason's life, except without the dissociative identity disorder. A repressed and recluse person who might have pursued her interests in art and could be teaching it in some small college. Something like that. But unfortunately, shielding the MacNeil identity might prove difficult since 2 visiting priests were found dead on the premise, the house of a celebrity. And I don't have any quick solutions for that. So who knows? Maybe they could have Regan pass away with no explanation and Chris MacNeil simply opens up sometime after that. That is, if Regan MacNeil did die. And again, BlumHouse, Green, and crew probably didn't approach the novel, let alone the Hunkler case. After all, why would they put so much thought and energy into that when their focus is on a new generation of demon possession, not an old one? Regan could still be alive and may appear in one of the other 2 films in the trilogy. And with the film slated to release in October, I guess we'll find out soon enough. What are your thoughts? Leave a comment below. Thank you for watching this video.